Texas Association of Realtors Housing Opportunity Foundation. Funding is also provided by generous donations from listeners like you.
Hello, everyone. You're listening to the HREBA Show, Homeownership. Hear it from the experts in the Blue Stream of the Fishbowl Radio Network. My name is Leticia Gallegos. I am your host today, and I'm president and CEO of the Hispanic Real Estate Brokers Association. And with me today is my sidekick, Sal Villalobos. And we have a great topic for you today. Hello. If you are looking to purchase a home, we have great information for you today because we're talking about the home buying process. I know that some of you are out there, don't know what questions to ask, you don't know where to start, you don't know if you qualify. Well, today we have all the answers, and we encourage you to call in and ask your questions because we're here to answer them. So the phone number is area code 214-430-5062. And okay, the number is 214-431-5062. Again, it's 214-431-5062. And we encourage you to call because we have some answers for you, and if we don't, we'll make sure that you know where to go to get them. So in the home buying process, Sal, there's some key players, okay? First, there's a lender.
That's correct.
There's a realtor.
Also correct.
There's an inspector. There's a homeowner's insurance person.
Very key. And
a title company. So all these are key players in the process.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so would you say, Sal, that the most important one or the first one that's important is the lender?
No, you're right. The lender is the most important. I'm just kidding. The client, the homeowner. But, I mean, definitely you want to visit your lender first because if you don't know where you're going, how do you get there? Your lender's going to tell you what you can qualify for, what your expectations are, what your monthly budget is. Well, they're not going to tell you, but they're going to work within your monthly budget. And so I always tell people you need a roadmap to whatever destination you're going to. The first aspect or the first part of that roadmap in the home buying process is stopping to and visit your local lender so that they can see exactly what you can qualify for and what you feel comfortable paying. Not so much what you can qualify for, but what you feel comfortable paying. Because there's so much more to it than just your calculators online. You really need to get to there's so many components. You have kids that may be in traveling sports. You have, you may be taking care of an older family member or younger kids that need additional financial support. We need to take all that into consideration. Why? Because ultimately that's going to affect the way you pay your mortgage. We want to put you in the best situation possible, and to do that, you do need to visit your lender at the beginning.
Okay. So when we're talking about a lender, we're talking about a mortgage originator, mortgage lender.
Right, mortgage.
And usually every bank has a mortgage department. There's mortgage brokers, mortgage bankers.
Credit unions. Direct lenders. So there is a distinction. Most of the time, homeowners will go to their bank. Any of the major banks or their small community banks.
That's an option for
That's
them.
An option. That's definitely an option.
They get a letter. Some of them get a letter saying, you qualify, come talk to us about a mortgage. And so they have that letter. So it's an option for them.
Right, and they know them already. They walk into the branches. There's relationships there. But there's also your broker and your correspondent lender, your direct lender that may be able to assist when one of the other. We all offer the same programs. It's just to what degree will the lender or the bank lend up to, because there's certain lenders, certain banks have overlays, and it's completely it's fine. You just need to see. You just can't take the first no. You always want to go back and see who else can assist you, right? So
That doesn't mean that they're going to get a
no. No. It doesn't mean that they're getting a no. It just means that sometimes they
if they get a
no, or they feel that they can qualify for more, they should visit one of the other alternatives, which is either a mortgage banker, a mortgage broker, a credit union, or vice versa. You may want to go to your bank because your bank may offer you some discounts that you may want.
Okay, so for those that are just tuning in, we're talking about the home buying process. If you are looking to purchase a home, we have answers for you today. We're starting off with the role of a lender in your search for a home. So I invite you to call in if you have questions. The number is 214-430-5062. So there's different types of lenders, different types of loans. There's a lot of questions that the lender will make to a prospect.
Correct.
To try to define what loan is best for that person. So what are some of the questions that they're asking?
Well, some of the questions that will be asked, first of all, how soon are you looking to buy? Are you just kicking the tires, or are you looking to buy now? How much do you have for a down payment? One of the most important questions is, what do you feel that you can afford comfortably month in, month out? Again, we may be able to qualify you for a higher loan amount or purchase price, but not necessarily that's where you want your payment to be. We'll ask for your income documentation. Typically, it will be 2 months worth of bank statements. We need to see a history of your deposits. We will also need to see 2 years worth of tax returns in most cases. Your most recent 2 years tax returns, your W-2s for the last 2 years, and pay stubs for 1 month. Whether it's you get paid once a month, 4 times a month, or every 2 weeks, that's how many pay stubs we will need.
Okay, so with that information, you calculate all that information, and then you come up with, and also you would pull credit, correct?
That's right.
That was the next thing. So you pull credit, and with all that information, then you're able to determine a purchase price based on their debt and their income.
Correct.
And so forth.
But we'll also look at their credit report, address pretty much all of the trade lines to make sure that they're their trade lines, to make sure that they're current on those, that the information is current. Sometimes that loan could have been paid off. It's just not reporting correctly. Okay. Or maybe there's a collection on there that it's been taken care of and it's not being reported correctly. So we want to look at the entire picture. It's very important to look at the income, assets, which is your bank statements, a 401k statement. We would like to see your credit report and all income documents, pay stub, tax returns, W-2s. In some cases, we're not going to need all that, but it's better to have it up front, bring it to your lender, let them make the determination. After they run you through an automated system, they may only need 1 pay stub. Let them tell you that. Come prepared, bring all your documentation.
Okay, sounds great so far. So you're listening to the REBA Show, and we're talking about the home buying process. My name is Leticia Gallegos. Salvador Villalobos is here, and we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back. We encourage you to call us, 214-431-5062. We'll be right back. Hey, this is Leticia.
And this is Matt. Catch us on the REBA Show every Tuesday from 2 to 3.
On our show, you'll be able to hear from the experts, everything about home ownership. Tune in on Tuesdays at 2 on the Blue Stream.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
Free food, family fun, and great information await at the City of Arlington's 4th Annual Home Ownership Fair, Saturday, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Esports Stadium, Arlington and Expo Center. Receive information on credit repair, down payment assistance, home buying 101, and much more. This is an event you can't afford to miss. For more information and a chance to win prizes, go to arlingtontx.gov/homeownership fair or call 817-459-6238.
Comida gratis, diversión en familia y excelente información lo esperan en la cuarta feria de propietario en la ciudad de Arlington. El evento es el sábado 10 de agosto, 9 a.m. a 2 p.m. en el Esports Stadium Arlington and Expo Center. Encontrarás información acerca de mejorar de crédito, asistencia del desembolso inicial y mucho más. Para más información y la oportunidad de ganar premios, visita el sitio web arlingtontx.gov/homeownership fair.
Programming for the REBA Show is proudly underwritten in part by the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation, contributing to a thriving Arlington, and in part by the Texas Association of Realtors Housing Opportunity Foundation. Funding is also provided by generous donations from listeners like you.
Hey, this is Leticia.
And this is Matt. Catch us on the REBA Show every Tuesday from 2 to 3.
On our show, you'll be able to hear from the experts, everything about home ownership. Tune in on Tuesdays at 2 on the Blue Stream.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
Free food, family fun, and great information await at the City of Arlington's 4th Annual Home Ownership Fair, Saturday, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Esports Stadium Arlington and Expo Center. Receive information on credit repair, down payment assistance, home buying 101, and much more. This is an event you can't afford to miss. For more information and a chance to win prizes, go to arlingtontx.gov/homeownership fair or call 817-459-6238.
Comida gratis, diversión en familia y excelente información lo esperan en la cuarta feria de propietario en la ciudad de Arlington. El evento es el sábado 10 de agosto, 9 a.m. a 2 p.m. en el Esports Stadium Arlington and Expo Center. Encontrarás información acerca de mejorar de crédito, asistencia del desembolso inicial y mucho más.
Programming for the REBA Show is proudly underwritten in part by the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation, contributing to a thriving Arlington, and in part by the Texas Association of Realtors Housing Opportunity Foundation. Funding is also provided by generous donations from listeners like you.
Hello, you're listening to the REBA Show, Homeownership Hear It from the Experts in the Blue Stream of the Fishbowl Radio Network. And my name is Leticia Gallegos. I'm President and CEO of the Hispanic Real Estate Brokers Association. And with me is Salvia Lobos.
Her sidekick?
My sidekick. And we didn't mention it before, Sal, but you're a lender.
That's correct.
You're a mortgage lender.
I'm a mortgage lender.
So for those of you that are just tuning in, our first segment was about mortgage loans. And
today's my second day being a lender. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
Better not be. 2 decades.
So he gave us some great information about mortgage loans, and we'll come back in a little bit to talk more about that. Right now, we're talking about the home buying process. So if you're looking to purchase a home or know of somebody that's looking to purchase a home, this is a great show, and you can listen to it on podcast on our website, and we're streaming live on Facebook at the REBA Show, on Facebook at REBA Show, and you can listen there as well. And let's move on to
Can I just do a shout out to Ernesto Lopez? Hey, Ernesto, how's it going?
So here, let's move on to the realtor position. Right. Okay, so a realtor, what's your opinion about the realtor position as an expert in this process?
Very critical. It's a very crucial component. Why? I believe I made the mistake of buying a home by owner, my first home. I didn't know the area, didn't know the schools, not that I had kids going to the schools, but there was so much information that was missed that if my agent would have helped me, or if I had an agent, I would have had a much more different home buying experience, a much more different living experience because I was not happy. I could not wait to get out from where I was at. So I believe that the realtor is truly an expert in their field.
That's right, and that is very important. Experiences like that just make us want to do more of what we do, because there are instances where someone didn't use a realtor, and it's very important to have one to represent you as a buyer, because the realtor has no fee attached. There's no cost for you as a home buyer to use a professional realtor. I myself am a realtor for 15 years, and so it's definitely very important, because of the knowledge that we acquired during those years is a benefit to you as a home buyer. So definitely using a realtor. So let me see. What benefits would a realtor bring to you? First of all, the experience. They've gone through several aspects. They've gone through several closings. They know what questions to ask the other professionals, like they know what questions to ask the lender, what questions to ask the title company. They guide you in a way which is second to none, because they have that experience.
And they're master negotiators as well. Master negotiators.
Master negotiators. So when a realtor is representing you as a buyer, they are looking out for your best interest. And so they want you to purchase your home at the best price possible. When a realtor is representing a seller to sell their home, same thing. They're wanting to get the most money for the property. So having a representative, so when you see a sign, you're driving down the street, right?
Right.
And you see a sign in front of a house, know that sign, that person on that sign is representing the seller.
Or they're working for the seller.
They're working for the seller, and they have the seller's best interest, because in legal terms, we as realtors have a fiduciary duty to our client.
Correct.
Whether it's a buyer or a seller. Another thing that realtors and lenders have as experience is down payment assistance programs. So we're able to help you as a buyer, because we have to get certified with the knowledge of these assistance programs.
And sometimes yearly. Annually.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to keep up with what's going on, because there's different types of down payment assistance programs. Just because you don't have a big amount saved in your account doesn't automatically disqualify you to purchase a home. You just have to know whether you qualify for the programs, and then you may be able to get assistance. So there's statewide assistance programs. Some are grants, and some you have to pay back. And then there's city-based assistance programs. City of Arlington, Texas, for example, City of Fort Worth, Texas. So your realtor should have that knowledge and guide you in that way. Of course, you ultimately, as a buyer, decide whether it's something for you or not.
Right.
Right?
Right. And you work with your lender closely. They'll let you, because there's certain requirements that you need to meet for these down payment assistance programs. Just because your cousin, your brother, your compadre was able to buy a house with certain down payment assistance may or may not be something that you want to do. And that's what your lender's there for. They're there to guide you and to offer you as many programs that are available to you, so that this way you can make the right decision for your family.
That's correct. So we are here, if you just tuned in, we're here talking about the home buying process. June, we're just trying to kick it off, because June, the month of June, is National Homeownership Month. So we'll be bringing you, stay tuned, because we'll be bringing you a lot of great topics every Tuesday at 2 here on the Blue Stream of the Fishbowl Radio Network. Many topics about the home buying process and the key elements to that. Okay? And
can't wait.
So yeah, tune in every Tuesday at 2.
And let your family members and friends know if they're interested in buying a home. I mean, this is it's going to be there's going to be some great information that's going to be shared.
Absolutely. Okay, so if you want to join the conversation, please call us with your questions. 214-431-5062 is the number. We're going to take another break here, and we'll be back shortly. Again, the number is 214-431-5062. Hey, this is Leticia.
And this is Matt. Catch us on the REBA Show every Tuesday from 2 to 3.
On our show, you'll be able to hear from the experts, everything about home ownership. Tune in on Tuesdays at 2 on the Blue Stream.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
Free food, family fun, and great information await at the City of Arlington's 4th Annual Home Ownership Fair, Saturday, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Esports Stadium Arlington and Expo Center. Receive information on credit repair, down payment assistance, home buying 101, and much more. This is an event you can't afford to miss. For more information and a chance to win prizes, go to arlingtontx.gov/homeownershipfair or call 817-459-6238.
Comida gratis, diversión en familia y excelente información lo esperan en la cuarta feria de propietario en la ciudad de Arlington. El evento es el sábado 10 de agosto, 9 a.m. a 2 p.m. en el Esports Stadium Arlington and Expo Center. Encontrarás información acerca de mejorar de crédito, asistencia del desembolso inicial y mucho más. Para más información y la oportunidad de ganar premios, visita el sitio web arlingtontx.gov/homeownership fair.
Programming for the REBA Show is proudly underwritten in part by the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation, contributing to a thriving Arlington, and in part by the Texas Association of Realtors Housing Opportunity Foundation. Funding is also provided by generous donations from listeners like you.
And this is Matt. Catch us on the REBA Show every Tuesday from 2 to 3.
On our show, you'll be able to hear from the experts, everything about home ownership. Tune in on Tuesdays at 2 on the Blue Stream.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
Free food, family fun, and great information await at the City of Arlington's 4th Annual Home Ownership Fair, Saturday, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Esports Stadium Arlington and Expo Center. Receive information on credit repair, down payment assistance, home buying 101, and much more. This is an event you can't afford to miss. For more information and a chance to win prizes, go to arlingtontx.gov/homeownershipfair or call 817-459-6238.
Comida gratis, diversión en familia y excelente información lo esperan en la cuarta feria de propietario en la ciudad de Arlington. El evento
Proudly underwritten in part by the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation, contributing to a thriving Arlington, and in part by the Texas Association of Realtors Housing Opportunity Foundation. Funding is also provided by generous donations from listeners like you.
Hey everybody, you're listening to the REBA Show, Homeownership Hear It From the Experts in the Blue Stream of the Fishbowl Radio Network. My name is Leticia Gallegos. I'm President and CEO of the Hispanic Real Estate Brokers Association, and my sidekick today is Salvia Lobos.
Otherwise known as the co-host, I'm sorry.
And Sal is a mortgage lender, and if you've if you're just tuning in, we are talking about the home buying process, and we've talked about the mortgage loan officer's position in the process. We've talked about the realtor,
how important they
are.
Don't
they're
sidestep them.
They're all
Right.
important for sure.
But most people try to sidestep the realtor and going to it, and
Yes.
it's very key that you don't sidestep. You'll regret
Absolutely.
it. You'll regret it.
Absolutely. They all play their role
Right.
in the process, which is important. So our next expert or process in the home buying process, the key person in the home buying process is the inspector.
Home inspector.
Yes, the home inspector. So tell us your opinion or your vision of the home inspector.
My vision of home inspector comes into your home. First, your agent will recommend a reputable home inspector to go see the home. They need to go in, make sure that the mechanics are working. You want to buy a home that you don't have to sink in a ton of money once you buy that. They'll go into the rafters. They'll go, if there's crawl spaces, they're in their crawl spaces. They're turning on all the mechanics, such as your heating elements, your furnace, your air conditioning. They'll look at the pressure of the pipes. I've even had where the homes are winterized, where they're not turning on the water, that they'll go in with a pressure test to make sure that the pipes are retaining pressure. Otherwise, there's a hole somewhere. Could be within the house or outside the house. They look at your roof to make sure that there's a sustainable economic life left to it, 2, 5, 10 years. What do you think what is the difference between having a home inspector and your buddy who's a contractor or a carpenter look at your house?
Well, of course, you trust people you know, right?
Right.
But an investment that you make in a licensed home inspector.
Keyword, licensed.
Licensed, because every person that's involved in a home buying process has a license. They have a state license to do their work. The mortgage originator has a license. The realtor has a license. Inspectors have licenses.
Right.
And next segment, we'll talk about homeowners insurance and their license. So every professional is licensed. Let's back up a little bit.
Sure.
And we're in the process, right? So we talk to the lender, we get an approval. Once we have the approval, then we have our realtor help us find the home.
Right.
So we find the home. We negotiate the price. We're under contract. Now we're under contract.
Correct.
And then every contract should have an option period, so that you sign the contract, right? But you don't really know the condition of the home. So your realtor should help you get an option there to cancel the contract if for some reason something comes up that's serious. And that's where the inspector comes in during that option period.
How long is the typical option period? Is it
within 7 to 10 days?
7 to 10 days.
And in a hot market where you're competing with other buyers, you may, as soon as you can do it, so maybe as little as 5 days, to get all your inspections done and make sure that that your inspector tells you what they find. So
what I'm hearing is have your team ready before you go in and present your contract, because you don't want to look for an inspector a day or 2 or 3 or 4 days after the contract, because then your time is burning.
Oh yeah, time is of the essence, for sure. Time is of the essence. So that's another reason why it's important to have a good experienced realtor, because they will give you a list of home inspectors that they've used in the past, and you choose from there as to which, or you may have a friend that's a licensed home inspector. Whatever the case is, you want to be ready for that. So there's not just a home inspector. If you choose to be a little more vigilant in the condition of the home, you can hire a plumb. You mentioned doing a plumbing inspection, and you can do that. And if you see maybe some cracks in the home where you're curious about the foundation, there's also structural engineer inspection that you could do. Or asked to be done, and all those are investments, but they really do pay off in the long run.
And also, there's a misnomer out there that your FHA appraisal is an inspection in itself. It is not. An FHA appraisal is just what it is. It's an appraisal.
What's FHA?
FHA is the Federal Housing Authority. It is a government lending program, which allows you to go in with as little as 3.5% down. No reserves in some cases. So there's many. It's a fabulous program, but it is specific to property condition. So pretty much all of your agency guidelines require the property to be in a livable standard. But FHA is a little bit more stringent. But again, do not confuse an FHA appraisal to be an inspection by a licensed home inspector. Reason being is the appraiser is going to note, I am not a specialist in roofing. I'm not a specialist in HVAC, which is your heating and cooling. I'm not a specialist in... So you're still going to have to go in and get these inspected by somebody else. But your licensed inspector has certain responsibilities to you that an FHA appraiser does not.
Okay, yes, that's very true. So if you're just tuning in, we want you to join the conversation. Call us with your questions. We have answers for you, so give us a call. The number is 214-431-5062. We're talking about the home buying process, the process that it takes to purchase your home, whether it's your first home or a second home. So
or an investment property.
Or an investment property.
Right.
So we're going to take another break, and we're going to be back in a little bit. But if you have a question, don't hesitate to call us, 214-431-5062.
Or send us an email or a post with the question.
All right. We'll be back in just a minute.
And this is Matt. Catch us on the REBA Show every Tuesday from 2 to 3.
On our show, you'll be able to hear from the experts, everything about home ownership. Tune in on Tuesdays at 2 on the Blue Stream.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
Free food, family fun, and great information await at the City of Arlington's 4th Annual Home Ownership Fair, Saturday, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Esports Stadium, Arlington and Expo Center. Receive information on credit repair, down payment assistance, home buying 101, and much more. This is an event you can't afford to miss. For more information and a chance to win prizes, go to arlingtontx.gov/homeownership fair or call 817-459-6238.
Comida gratis, diversión en familia y excelente información lo esperan en la cuarta feria de propietario en la ciudad de Arlington. El evento es el sábado 10 de agosto, 9 a.m. a 2 p.m. en el Esports Stadium, Arlington and Expo Center. Encontrarás información acerca de mejorar de crédito, asistencia del desembolso inicial y mucho más. Para más información y la oportunidad de ganar premios, visita el sitio web arlingtontx.gov/homeownership fair.
Programming for the REBA Show is proudly underwritten in part by the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation, contributing to a thriving Arlington, and in part by the Texas Association of Realtors Housing Opportunity Foundation. Funding is also provided by generous donations from listeners like you.
And this is Matt. Catch us on the REBA Show every Tuesday from 2 to 3.
On our show, you'll be able to hear from the experts, everything about home ownership. Tune in on Tuesdays at 2 on the Blue Stream.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
Free food, family fun, and great information await at the City of Arlington's 4th Annual Home Ownership Fair, Saturday, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Esports Stadium, Arlington and Expo Center. Receive information on credit repair, down payment assistance, home buying 101, and much more. This is an event you can't afford to miss. For more information and a chance to win prizes, go to arlingtontx.gov/homeownership fair or call 817-459.
Programming for the REBA Show is proudly underwritten in part by the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation, contributing to a thriving Arlington, and in part by the Texas Association of Realtors Housing Opportunity Foundation. Funding is also provided by generous donations from listeners like you.
Hi, everyone. You're listening to The REBA Show, Homeownership. Hear it from the experts in the Blue Stream of Fishbowl Radio Network. My name is Leticia Gallegos. I'm president and CEO of the Hispanic Real Estate Brokers Association. And my sidekick here today, Salvia Lobos.
Yes, got reprimanded.
He's a mortgage lender. And if you want to join our conversation, we're talking about the home buying process. If you're new to home buying, you have questions, please join the conversation. The number is 214-431-5062. We'll be happy to take your questions. And the home buying process, there's key players in the process of purchasing a home. You as a home buyer are not expected to know it all. Sometimes you hesitate. Sometimes you don't know if you qualify or whether it's even an option for you. And it's because you're not sure what questions to ask and who to ask them to. REBA, or the Hispanic Real Estate Brokers Association, is a nonprofit 501c3 corporation. So we are in the business of helping the community understand the home buying process, along with other aspects of home ownership. So we have a resource list. We have a membership. And so our membership are professionals that have experience and that are members of this nonprofit organization. So if you don't know what question to ask, you're not sure, why don't you email us? Email me, and I'll send you a copy of our resource list, which has our members' names, their contact information, and it's divided by trade. In other words, we have a list of realtors, a list of lenders, a list of title companies,
Home inspectors.
We have members in our organization, key players in the home buying process. So our email is REBA Show, that's HREBA @ REBAconnect.org. I'm going to repeat that again. It's REBA Show @ REBAconnect.org. Email us, tell us you heard us on the radio, you want a copy of our resource list, and that way you get to choose who you want to call and what professional you want to call on that list. So we have talked about the loan, the mortgage loan that you would need in the home buying process.
Right.
We've talked about choosing a realtor.
Correct.
To represent you as a purchaser. We've talked about the home inspection, why it's so important. And
a licensed home inspection.
They're all licensed, right? We talked about every one of us has a license, and if we don't do a good job, we lose our license,
exactly.
Right? And so homeowners insurance is part of that process. But before we get to homeowners insurance, let's talk a little bit about the title company.
Okay.
The title company is an important aspect of the whole process as well. We're talking about it now, but actually they should be like right up in the front, right after the mortgage or right after the contract, you're under contract, right? So tell us a little bit about what your experience with title companies.
Well, they're great for the fact that they do a property research or a history on the property. They try to find all of the homeowners, all of the recorded leases, or not homeowners, but property owners. There could have been a couple that owned the property, or three people, and only two are signing the contract. You want to make sure that that third person that is rightfully the owner of that property is also on the contract. You want to make sure that all the liens against the property are known up front and not after you bought that home. You want to make sure that there are no violations. So your title company does a lot of research on that property, and if they didn't do a good enough job, then that's why it's called title insurance. They have a certain responsibility to you. But in my 20-plus years, I've never heard of an issue where something was not caught by the title company. They're very diligent in their work.
Okay. So basically what you're saying is that a title company does all the research.
Yes.
They give the home purchaser a title commitment after they've done their research and say, we're committing to give you a title policy. It's like an insurance policy on the title,
right.
is what it is. And for example, if someone 10 years down the road comes and knocks on your doors and says, I'm the owner of this house, that title policy will cover you if the title company missed something along the way as far as ownership.
Ownership, EPA endorsements that are associated with it, location endorsements that are, because you want to know where you're buying. You want that title insurance company to insure the land that you're buying, not just the building. That the building is insured by a homeowner's insurance policy. So it's very, and they're also settlement agents. When you're at the title, when you're at closing, they are the ones that make sure that every penny is allocated where it needs to be, that the mortgage is paid. If there is what's called an escrow account where the lender will be paying the taxes and insurance on your behalf, and even if they're not, they want to make sure that the taxes, the lender especially wants to know that the taxes on that property will be paid when they're due. The same thing for the payoffs on the mortgages that the seller owes on, and the homeowner's insurance. They want to make sure that that policy is paid at the day of closing because they have a vested interest in that property. In
other words, the title company is where the purchaser and the seller go to do the closing.
Exactly.
That's where you sign on the dotted line that you are agreeing to everything that's happened during the process, and you're accepting it. And that's where you take your funds that are due, and then the disbursement is made by the title company to
you
all
need to be careful when you're wiring funds. You don't want, and I have to say this. You want to make sure that you're getting the information from that title company directly, because
there is some wire fraud out there.
There is, and you never want to take that for granted.
Yeah, and again, the professional that you're working with will guide you with all that information as well. You're not expected to remember everything you've heard today, by no means, and that's why we're telling you that you should have representation by all of these professionals when you're making your purchase, especially for the first time.
Right, and licensed professionals, and again, the word is license. We have continuing education classes year in, year out, because we need to be on top of what's going on, the new changes. Leticia was just at, what were you saying this morning? You were at a continuing education class?
Last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it's not just one class. There are many classes that a realtor needs to attend, that a lender needs to attend, that a home inspector, that an insurance agent. We don't just take our license once and we forget about learning. We learn all the time.
Right. Very good. So another key player in the home buying process is a homeowner's insurance agent is very important in the process. And so the homeowner insurance agent will help you. It's protection, like protection for your automobile. You're protecting your home, and that's what that insurance policy covers. And we are not licensed homeowner insurance people, so we'll keep it really brief on that. Just know that mortgage lenders require,
Lenders require at least the replacement cost of the, and I'm just talking as a lender, what we require, the replacement cost or the amount to cover the loan. Why? Because the lender has a vested interest.
Okay, so that is the information we have now. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have some great information for you that's coming up here shortly. So let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
Hey,
Hey, this is Leticia.
And this is Matt. Catch us on the REBA Show every Tuesday from 2 to 3.
On our show, you'll be able to hear from the experts, everything about home ownership. Tune in on Tuesdays at 2 on the Blue Stream.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
Free food, family fun, and great information await at the City of Arlington's 4th Annual Home Ownership Fair, Saturday, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Esports Stadium Arlington and Expo Center. Receive information on credit repair, down payment assistance, home buying 101, and much more. This is an event you can't afford to miss. For more information and a chance to win prizes, go to arlingtontx.gov/homeownership fair or call 817-459-6238.
Comida gratis, diversión en familia y excelente información lo esperan en la cuarta feria de propietario en la ciudad de Arlington. El evento es el sábado 10 de agosto, 9 a.m. a 2 p.m. en el Esports Stadium Arlington and Expo Center. Encontrarás información acerca de mejorar de crédito, asistencia del desembolso inicial y mucho más. Para más información y la oportunidad de ganar premios, visita el sitio web arlingtontx.gov/homeownership fair.
Programming for the REBA Show is proudly underwritten in part by the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation, contributing to a thriving Arlington, and in part by the Texas Association of Realtors Housing Opportunity Foundation. Funding is also provided by generous donations from listeners like you.
And this is Matt. Catch us on the REBA Show every Tuesday from 2 to 3.
On our show, you'll be able to hear from the experts, everything about home ownership. Tune in on Tuesdays at 2 on the Blue Stream.
On FishbowlRadioNetwork.com. Jump in.
Free food, family fun, and great information await at the City of Arlington's 4th Annual Home Ownership Fair, Saturday, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Esports Stadium Arlington and Expo Center. Receive information on credit repair, down payment assistance, home buying 101, and much more. This is an event you can't afford to miss. For more information and a chance to win prizes, go to arlingtontx.gov/homeownership fair or call 817-459-62.
Programming for the REBA Show is proudly underwritten in part by the Arlington Tomorrow Foundation, contributing to a thriving Arlington, and in part by the Texas Association of Realtors Housing Opportunity Foundation. Funding is also provided by generous donations from listeners like you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the REBA Show. This is Leticia Gallegos. We're on the Blue Stream of the Fishbowl Radio Network. My sidekick, Salvia Lobos, is here.
Hello.
We're going to close the program. Hopefully that you got the gist of our information. We're kicking off June, which is National Homeownership Month, and we'll be bringing much more information during the month of June. So stay tuned Tuesdays at 2 on the Blue Stream. I'd like to tell you about this Saturday, June 8th. In Arlington, Texas, the Arlington Police Unidos is having a summer party at Vandergrift Park from 12 to 4. If you live in Arlington, please come by. Free food, free entertainment for the kids, and a lot going on there. And Saturday, August 10th, City of Arlington is having a home ownership fair, and we'll bring you more information about on August 10th. So thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time. Have a good evening.